Hi, I have vintage Fendi Pequin handbags here to show you. And as we all know, the Pequin style, which is the vertical black and gray stripes, together with the Zucca pattern of Fendi, is they are very in demand right now because these patterns have been revived, and so they are selling like hotcakes. And so even the vintage pieces, they fetch high price tags online and especially in the secondhand luxury market. So these are my two Pequin handbags, and one was bought on eBay, and the one on the right was bought from a thrift shop. But let me just show you the first one, which is the Kelly style. And this is the first one. It's in the Kelly style. It's the Fendi Pequin satchel. I bought this on eBay. It's so funny, I was actually bidding while I was at the gym. And since I really wanted this piece because it is such a very rare and unique piece, I love the style. It's in the Kelly style, and I love the hardware. And this is such a unique piece, and there are not a lot of pieces online of this style. In fact, this was the only one that I saw, so I was really determined to win. So I placed my bid. There were actually a lot of watchers, and there were 65 bidders, but I won this. So the bidding stopped at $300, and I paid for the shipping, which was I think $15 or $20. So I paid a total of $315, including the shipping. Now, when it arrived to me, guys, it was so flawed. All four corners, all the edges were torn, and some of the canvas, they were really torn, and there was a big hole on both sides. And online there was no notation of that. So but what I did was I immediately brought this to the repair shop, and since the repairs was just gonna cost me like $29, so I said, okay, I'll go ahead and keep the bag since I really love it. But they didn't do a good job though, so I may have to bring it to another repair shop to make it more polished, I guess. Yeah, so I was so disappointed. I could have had just returned this, and since it's through PayPal, but what I did, I took pictures of everything and sent a note to the seller. The seller was actually a first time seller, and I told the seller did not show any of the flaws, nor was it mentioned. So I took pictures of that. I took 5 pictures and informed them that I really would like to keep the bag, but out of goodwill, if you want, you could refund me at least for what I paid for, because it was because you lied to me, basically it. But I have not, it has been a week or more than a week, and I have not heard from that seller. So what I'm going to do is leave a very bad a reasonable feedback. So there, because this wasn't like only $50, this was 315. So I'm gonna pay that amount of money for something that is really badly damaged. And I just wish the seller would respond. But anyway, I'm keeping this because I like it. So I'm really torn. So that's my dilemma. But anyway, I don't think I could return it since I have already had it repaired. So I should have returned it when it was still, when I did not make any alterations. So there. Anyway, so this is this is the hardware. I really love this hardware. Just squeezing on both sides, and that's how it opens and locks. And it has 4 feet studs, and just, this is an ideal size for me. And you could wear this lo- as a satchel, but it didn't come with the straps. But anyway, who would want to wear this as a satchel? This is more glamorous for an handheld. As I've mentioned earlier, if you've watched my previous video on my St. John Kelly satchel, I said that this is ideally carried in the crook of your arm or as handheld. That's going to be more classy. And yeah, so this is the Fendi Roma Italy. Is actually it's like, what am I saying? It's their vintage logo. So all the studs here have FF, and also the bottom feet, they have a Fendi engraving in them, as in complete FENDI. And this is the this is coated canvas, by the way. I don't like the cloth or the just the plain canvas. It just seems so cheap. No wonder I have already consigned all my Fendi items to them. So this is it, to the real. I mean, okay, so it has that's the tag Fendi with a circular thing there, and the zipper pull has that Fendi SAS. I don't know what SAS means, and then it says, of course, Fendi Roma, made in Italy. Okay, so the interior is not that bad. It just has scratches, which is of course normal. But when this bag arrived to me, these sides they were completely, these the pipings were removed, and there was a really big hole on both sides. So but I still think they did not do a very good job at gluing, or I don't know, but still, I don't know, but it's a lot better than it was when it arrived. Okay, so the sides were really very sorry, as I've mentioned. But let me see. I was inspecting this bag earlier, and my only complaint is this. On this side, they did not do it, they did not sew this bit very well, and there's still this tiny bit of what is that? Is that like a piping that is yeah, I don't like this because it's like tearing on this side. And this one it was done. Oh no, there's still a tiny bit here that was not closed properly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see, look at that. But it's not that obvious anymore, unlike before. But they should have at least. But they did promise me, not promise. They did tell me that they will not be able to restore this bag to its former, to its former glory, if you know what I mean. Because but at least they should have at least glued this, right? So I have some glue back down there. Maybe A6000 would work. I'm not sure. See that one is like, it's so obvious here on this side. But anyway, it's not a big problem because I really love this style. So I'll give you an update on that, if because I'm going to make another, I'm going to leave a review, okay, over there. But it was my choice though, because I could have had just returned it and just gotten my refund. But bags like this, they don't come very often. So it's just the rarity of the bag. Okay, so let's discuss this one. This was purchased from a thrift store, actually in West Palm Beach. And this is a very big bag. I would say this is like a camera bag, but longer than a camera bag. And what was the name of that bag? Is this World Thrift or something like that? It's the only cash only thrift store in Palm Beach. And this was actually, it didn't come with a with straps. I just added that. I just added the straps. Okay, so this was in the cosmetic section because of course without the straps it did look like a clutch cosmetic section. So I was about to leave the that place, and then I saw the reflection. I was like, that looks like a Fendi. Let me just see if it's original. Yes, it is original. So I bought this. This was priced at I think $30. $30, but I paid less for that. Maybe they were doing some promotion or something. I think I paid half of that. But anyway, for a Fendi bag, of course, I would pay for anything. But anyway, on this print, okay. So I also got a Gucci bag from there, guys, but it's not with me anymore. I already sent it for consignment. Okay. So the only flaw is that aside from the missing straps, I'll tell you more about the straps later that I've added. Aside from the missing straps, only this one, which used to be like a glazed or patent leather type of thing, has rubbed off. So it's now totally exposed. But when I brought it to the thing, they said that they could not do anything about this. And the other repair shop gave me an option. They said that they could replace this into like a leather, but I would have to pay like probably, it was very expensive. That's why I said no. I think they could just put something like this. I think I'm just gonna ask them to put something like this, but I'm not sure if that's gonna work because they said that no. They said no to me. Anyway, it doesn't bother me because it looks great as it is. There are no stains or major marks or anything on the bag, major flaws except for these. But whatever, they told me that I could paint it, but I'm just not, I don't know yet what to do. So the inside of the bag is this. It's just plain black, and it has the Fendi Roma SAS, and this one luckily came with a serial number. The other one didn't. So I think Fendi past 1980s, they started putting their serial numbers. I forgot. So anyway, so it has the serial number. Oh, I have a candy because I've been using this bag, and I really really love it. I just love the vintage touch, and I love this print. I like coated canvas. Okay, so this one is actually dark green, leather rolled straps. This was actually the straps of one of my vintage bags, Ancline of Calderon, that was suede in dark green. But since I'm not using it, I cut it, guys. I cut it. So anyway, I'm petite, so this would work as a as a crossbody for me. But I think I should do the knot outside, not inside, guys. But I did it inside, so it won't be obvious. But anyway, uh, it's not so obvious, right? It may be one shade dark, no, not darker, but it just, I could dye this, but who cares, if this can't be fixed, I might as well just put my own touch to it. So yeah, how can I paint this, guys? If you have any solution to this, this is the problem. If you have any suggestions, so please let me know. Other than that, it's a beautiful beautiful handbag, and I have started using it. I use this when I walk to pick up my son from school, and this is really really great. So there, I would like to have the speedy though, but now that I've learned my lesson, I'm not gonna invest in something that will not be entirely fixed. That's why I cannot buy any patent leather Chanel's, because there's once it gets scratched up, you can't actually fix the patent leather. So it's like I mean, not repairable anymore. So I'm not gonna fall into that pit anymore, because I have this tendency to just pick up something and hoping that the repair shop would would be able to do some magic. so so there you go. Okay, bye.